The first book on our list is entitled When the Moon Split, which is a reference to the miraculous event that took place in Mecca following the Quraysh's challenge for the Prophet Muhammad to produce proof of his prophethood. This very beautiful book is arguably one of the most recognizable and famous seerah biographies in the English-speaking world, with The Sealed Nectar coming close second. Though both books were written by the same author, each book focuses on a unique perspective of the Prophet's biography. The literary style is very accessible to the reader and easily fulfills the needs of those who may be learning about the Prophet Muhammad for the very first time, making this the ideal beginner's guide to the Prophet Muhammad's biography for younger audiences as well as newly practicing Muslims. Unlike the more elaborate biographical works available to the English readers, this book provides very elementary details regarding the major events that took place in the life of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and does not attempt to pack its paragraphs and pages with hair-splitting details, footnotes, and commentaries, as is commonly associated with the more weighty and advanced books of seerah. What I personally value the most about this wonderful literary piece is that it is very factual. The author uses a very careful, precise, and almost clinical stock of references and citations, which in many seerah biographies can be somewhat neglected, as some authors tend to prioritize sentimental value and sensational tales over the facts, which is at times used by critics to discredit the works of seerah as works of pietistic fantasy that are devoid of any historical value. But such is not the case with this book, as it remains very loyal to the early text and sources throughout. Now, in terms of how the book itself is presented, there are many eye-catching color diagrams, vivid images, and beautifully designed maps that aid the reader in grasping the written details even more effectively. The general style and theme throughout the book is one of lucidity, simplicity, brevity, and elegance. It is the sort of book that can quite easily be read cover to cover in 2 to 3 sittings. Another quite unique attribute of this book is that there are questions and answer sections at the end of each chapter, serving to reinforce the lessons learned, but also acting as an aide-memoire for the reader, reminding them that the seerah is to be read, learned, and implemented, not to be treated as mere entertainment and pastime. So in conclusion, When the Moon Split is a great introduction to the seerah for those who find themselves at the beginning of their search of knowledge on the biography of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Additionally, it has the distinction of having been written by one of the most prolific and respected modern biographers in the Muslim world, the great scholar and Sheikh Safiur Rahman Mubarak Puri, whose close and careful attention to authenticity and detail leaves the reader with no concern about the authenticity of the stories mentioned in his book.